My name is Marcia Golden. I'm the managing partner of DJDGolden, and I cannot do this, so there we go. Okay, great. Unlike the rest of the group, Carol has given me not one topic to talk about in 15 minutes, but two topics to talk about in 15 minutes. The good news is I'm from a part of Detroit where the women speak like this all the time, really fast, really fast. So if I'm speaking too fast, raise your hand, let me know. I'm also, if you can give me a 5-minute cue, because I want to make sure that we get through the whole topic. If we don't make it through, you can email me, I'll send you the presentation.
Also get it online.
I don't know if it's online, but if it is, if it's not, then they can put it online, certainly. Again, Marcia Golden, I'm the managing partner of DJDGolden. We are a public relations and advertising machine, and we have a single goal. This is the only commercial, and that is to help clients communicate better with their clients, prospects, and referral sources in a manner that engages them and gets them to sign the contract. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about advertising and public relations. So everything, and I put it together because it's two really big topics, and we have to smush it.
You can do it.
So I'm going to do it in under 15 minutes. Okay, so here's the story. Keep it simple, stupid. And what does it look like in advertising? How many people are advertising at all? Great. Is it online? Yes, no, online? Okay, great. I'm going to talk about general advertising, and I'm going to go right into public relations because I know that that's where people feel like they can do it themselves. So what does KISS look like in advertising? Oh, sorry. What does KISS look like in advertising? I have here, which was really hard to find, a box of 300 kitchen matches. Now, this is not my house, so I don't care if I make a mess. But if I take all these matches out and let's see, who played baseball growing up? Anybody? Softball? You a good catcher? Okay. If I take all these matches out, all 300, because I've got 300 great ideas that I have to tell my prospects and my referral sources, what happens? If I throw it at you, how many do you think you're going to catch? None. None. Do you want to stand up? Actually, I don't want to hit the guy in the middle of you, but if I package my 300 great reasons to use me in one single message, you think you could catch this if I threw it? I could catch this if I threw it, and I used to coach baseball. So, okay, so here's what it looks like in advertising. I'm just going to show you some ads. If anybody is from one of these firms, one good idea, consider it solved. An idea, light bulb, lawyer. I'm just going to flash through these. You are not too small to advertise. You are not too small to advertise online. You are not too small even to do print advertising or some broadcast advertising. Media is very soft right now, and everyone's negotiating. They're negotiating speaking engagements. They're negotiating trade show booths. They're negotiating ad space. Google AdWords, they don't really negotiate. Screw them. One idea. Divorce attorneys are really great at this, so are and I have another one, okay? These guys, I mean, they must be about 1 million people now, and I've taught this to the Legal Marketing Association and the Accounting Marketing Association, and these, you know, you're all laughing. You get it. If you can if you can say one thing really compelling and you can make them smile, people like to feel like they're part of it. They got in the joke. Okay, when things get ugly, all right, this is what a difference a day makes. What they did was they capitalized. How do you remember the firm's name? You got it. One single idea, 2 ads from the same firm. Ever argue with a woman, and then their employment law practice. This is a law firm that was afraid that they were too small, that their clients would think they were too small to handle really big matters. Anybody feel like they're too small? They're worried their clients are not going to think they're substantial enough. This is Leader and Burkon, and they are the gazelle. You want somebody nimble. One office, 27 lawyers, sterling success rate in IP litigation. This firm happened to have a 98% win rate. They wouldn't let us say it because what if they lost one case? It would be 97.99. The silver bullet in IP litigation. They used to, prior to that, somebody was talking about another firm that said, well, we do everything IP. That's what they said when they started, but it turned out doing due diligence, their IP record was off the hook, and if they led with their strong suit, if you lead with your strong suit in your marketing and your advertising and your public relations, it will carry the rest of your practices with them. I don't know, we didn't do it, so I can't tell you why, but it doesn't matter. What's important is you got a big idea, somebody's going to rip it off, we'll protect you. Again, if you're a little law firm going after big guys, what if all those guys were billing time on your matter? What does a client care about now? Money. Microsoft fired its law firm back in the day, not because they weren't doing good work, but when they went through those itemized bills, they found that the law firm was billing for bagels and cream cheese, not to meet with the client, but to meet for the lawyers to meet. They fired their butts. Okay, what does KISS look like in public relations? Keep it simple, stupid. So let's talk about what is news. These are some headlines from the Times, blah, 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 who wears the pants, I do, why you shouldn't pay your mortgage down faster. So how do these stories happen? These are not particularly law stories. I'm going to show you a case history with a real law firm. Somebody picks up the phone and makes a phone call. When they're talking about social media, we're talking about public relations. What's the first word in the term social media? Social. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody said Facebook. Screw Facebook. Social. So everything one does, advertising, PR, all the branding and marketing stuff everybody's been talking about here is designed to put you in front of somebody and talk to them. Hi, my name is Marcia, and you know, and have a conversation. So same thing with reporters. I'm ahead of myself. Somebody picked up the phone and made a phone call, but it wasn't any kind of call, like not a booty call. It was a sales call, but public relations is sales. Everybody raised their hand before, and when somebody said, "Are you in sales?" and everybody said yes, because everything in life is about sales. We had an attorney who said he couldn't sell, and I said to him, I happen to know, let's see, did you ever date in college? He said, yeah. I said, I know you're married, and I know you have kids, so I know you're able to sell, you're able to present benefits, and you were able to close the deal. You can do it. Okay, but it's not this kind of selling, like I'm really cool, you should buy me. It's benefit selling. Okay, you have to sell benefits. It's understood that everybody does good work. Y'all good lawyers. I'm a good marketing person. But what does that mean to your clients, prospects, and referral sources? You're going to win. You're going to make them look better. You're going to create a success. So ask yourself, how will what I have to offer impact that news outlet's audience? How will they benefit from what I have to say? So this is you. That's me. That's really not me. I'd like to be that. Reporters as customers and them. Give the customer what he or she wants. Give the reporter news they can use. What does that look like? Now, this is 100 years ago, we were working with a client, Sumitomo Bank Leasing and Finance, and they said, well, what about me? How do you get into the media? So we created this T-chart thing, which is now, of course, a PowerPoint. This is a Frisco lawyer clicking with New York City, Silicon Alley internet firms. It's a very old story. They've gone out of business, so we don't have to worry about it. The first thing you have to do is you have to be able to give a reporter an identifiable news trend, and then you have to document it if you can. You cannot always name clients by names. 5 minutes, but here they did case studies. They were basically dealing with DoubleClick. They mentioned their clients, more case studies, and a lot more case studies. They gave facts and market position. This is how to get a profile in Cranes, if you want to. So take notes. You still have to give them stuff. The facts, $20 million in revenue. Their market position, the 9-year-old office here is out hustling other law practice in the whatever the game for new media clients. I can't read sideways. Unique business strategy. Back in the day, no one does this anymore. They accepted stock as part of their legal fees. There's a lot of people who could paper their walls with that paper. But they had another one. They were aggressively marketing, including discounted fees and deferral billing. It's why they're out of business. But it was a unique strategy back in the day. The story trend is Brobeck is betting that its cadre of high-tech clients will at some point provide a big payoff. Last year, the New York's office took in about 20-something million, or about 8% of the gross. They talked about the market competition, but that's all they said about them. And those are big guys, Dewey Ballantine, Proskauer, blah, blah, blah. News you can use. Okay, there, at the end of this, and I'll skip forward if I have to, there are some free things for you guys to take advantage of. Get your cell phones out and take pictures of the screen. You reprint everything. Remember to delete the date. Nothing is sadder than a news clip that happens in December 31st, 2014, and then January 1st, it's old news. Reprint everything, post it on your firm's website. Take off the date, do all the stories in alphabetical order. Because it looks terrible if you've got stuff on your website, news from 2013, and then nothing after, and it's 2015. Email it. There, of course, are all the legal caveats, but email it. Snail mail it. Google sends out snail mail if they think it's worth 49 cents, although they bulk mail it. They're sending mail to me. Either they know how old I am or they know it works. And then include it in your firm's background materials, again, and just keep doing it. So how do you do it? You've got to provide reporters with substantial detailed information to create a story upon which they can build a foundation. They need to come up with ideas all the time. Deliverables have to include a clearly defined and identified marketing trend, a statement outlining your unique business strategies, case histories, clients' names if you can. You don't have to be big for this. We just got a client, a 2-partner firm, an interview with AP, and it appeared in yesterday's New York Times business section. It happens. And then facts about the competition, your market, blah, blah, blah. Now what do? Here's how you do it for free. You go to the New York Public Library, if you can. If you have a library card, they have all kinds of access online and offline to directories of reporters. That's what you want. It's like you're prospecting. Identify the appropriate media for your practice. Nothing upsets a reporter more than if you call the science reporter and you want to pitch a real estate story. Don't do it. Craft your pitch, which is a sales conversation. Pick up the phone and call. Take a picture of this screen. There are 2 free takeaways. This is help a reporter out. Sign up for it. It's free. And you sign up for the categories you're interested in, and they will send you a feed 3 times a day of reporters requesting sources.
The MCLE verification code for this program segment is 252.
It was acquired by Vocus, which charges thousands of dollars to do this. Don't pay it. Well, if you're rich, pay it, but free. This is not going to be as helpful because this is hard to read, and and it's just the names of it. But these are free press release distribution sites. Press releases, when you send them to reporters, it's a de facto admission that they are not special and important enough for you to pick up the phone and make a phone call. So what you want to do is you want to take that press release, and if you email me, I'll send you what a fake press release looks like. You can email that to your clients, prospects, and referral sources, and they never get news like this. They think they're in part of the inner circle. But reporters, I'm a former reporter, we used to just circular file it. Now we just click delete. But if you email me, I will give you a more current list of this with clickable links. This is the kind of stuff, you don't pay for it. They'll ask you for money, don't pay for it unless you have a serious program, in which case you go on to Business Wire and you pay a lot more money for it. This is just to boost your Google juice. And it's to amortize the impact and benefit of all the marketing that you're doing. And it's one of those things you do while you're watching reality television. It's click, cut, paste, click, cut, paste, click. Don't pay. This is a very reasonably priced media directory. You can get it at the public library. It's online. They'll give you discs. You can get paper for those of you who prefer paper. They update that twice a year, but the rest of it is updated daily. Also, all the news sources, freelancers, bloggers you might want to reach, it's a little overwhelming, so just start slowly. So when you get to leadership directory, just click the link for media. They happen to have a corporate counsel directory also. How cool is that? So I think I'm going to make it. So when to call for help, you can get, I was talking to somebody about search SEO. We call it search engine marketing in our firm. And there's an organization called elance.com. You can probably find somebody to do this. You can probably get a college. We're in New York, for goodness sake. There's plenty of universities here. For example, Ithaca College, their communications department is required to fix a business, is to market a business. That business here for NYU students or PACE or Columbia marketing students could be your firm. And it doesn't cost you any money because they get credit for it. So call them in. So when you're tired of missing opportunities that fill your pipeline because they cost you money, represent yourself in court and you have a fool for a client. The kids who are coming out of college right now are so smart. We were talking, she's practically just out of college. They know how to do all those social media tools, and they've been doing it in their sleep. They know how to maximize the impact of the internet for you, and they are perfectly fine for calling reporters. When you talk to a reporter, especially if it's a weekly, or if it's a daily, Thursday's a good day to call. You can call any day. But the first thing you ask, and here's your conversation, you have to call, is you say, hi, I'm calling, are you on a deadline? If they say they're on a deadline, all you have to say is, great, when is a good time for me to call? And now you've made a friend because you haven't bugged them. And you call back when you say you're going to. They've asked you to call back, and you tell them your story, not a huge story, just 2 sentences about why it's important to the readers. This is what's happening in the law today. 1 minute, okay. This is what's happening in the law today and why it's important to your readers. Do you want to talk about it? They may say no. They might say, you know what? If it's a trade magazine, they may ask you to do a byline article. That's really awesome. When you write the article, you don't write, I'm such a great lawyer, you should hire me or you'll die. You have to actually give them information. A real story. The advertising part of it is your name and title, your partner in whatever firm, and a description of your firm with your email address. I think, am I done? I think I'm out. I'm out. Wait. Oh, if you want to get that list of free, you can take a picture of this, free email resources, or you want a copy of the presentation, or you want to see what a fake press release looks like, email me. Give me about a couple of days, and I'll get back to you on it.
I'm just going to stay till after Perry, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll take questions after Perry.
You want to take like 1 or 2 now?
Okay, all right, well, we're doing that. 1 or 2 questions. Sure. 1 or 2 questions? Donna?
This is for Marcia. So how do you get on television?
Same thing. You call,
The producer.
go get that media directory, find out who the producer is for that particular segment, and then call them. But try not to call them, if you're going to call the morning show, you got to call a couple of days ahead of time, and don't call in the morning when the show is on.
Right.
It's really, you're building a relationship. We were talking about selling and networking, so it's consultative selling is really making friends. So you're making friends with a reporter. One of my partners, Malcolm, when he gets on the phone with a client, a reporter, and he can do this, and he says, oh, his last name is Petrick. He said, and the reporter will say, oh, my name is Sarah Smith. And he goes, oh, I'm a Smith on my mother's side. I mean, it's like, he's schmoozing with them. He's making jokes with them. So you do the same thing, but just pick up the phone, follow up with an email. I neglected to say that. And offer, if they say it sounds like a good idea, they will also ask you for an email. Don't write the whole story out. 3 sentences. I can give you chapter and verse on this issue. You can copy that word. I can give you chapter and verse. Or my partner can give you chapter and verse on this. Would you like to chat?